Filmmaker, author, motivational speaker DeVon Franklin has a new book exclusively on Audible, all about what he calls the village of love that came together to help shape him. It's called It Takes a Woman. And joining us today is DeVon Franklin, his mother Paulette, and his aunt Donna Hayes. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
How are you?
Great. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, first of all, DeVon, a lot of people would not say it takes a woman. A lot of people wouldn't say that to make them. They always say it must be a man. I must have a man must have a man in his life. But for you, it was these ladies right here that made you the man you are, right?
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying it takes a woman. You know, I mean, we've all heard the African proverb, it takes a village.
Right.
And that's true, but I do believe it takes a woman. And I think that to say that the only way that a young boy can have help is if he has a man in his life, well, what if that's just not possible? Does that mean the women in his life are failures? I don't believe so. And, you know, my mother, after my father died, you know, she brought in the help of my Aunt Donna and my grandmother and Aunt Donna's, 7 sisters. And it's a blessing to be able to have so many strong women that have laid the foundation for who me and my 2 brothers are today.
Paulette, how hard was it to bring up this young man?
Very. No, just joking.
She's telling the truth.
It was a pleasure. He was a normal child and with normal things that happened. And, you just had to fight through it and keep moving.
What are some things that we don't know about him that you can share today?
Oh boy, shall I tell DeVon? No.
Tell him.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes.
It's all right. It's all right. They can know. You know.
Well, he besides being brilliant and very outstanding, he knows how to clean up. He knows how to vacuum. He knows how to take care of the household. He's a great person, and there really aren't any. He doesn't not hide anything that he can do. He's able to show all that he does.
And Donna, you say that we say that it does take a village. You were a part of that village, weren't you? How influential do you think you've been in this young man's life?
Well, I hope very. I've tried to be there in his formative years to help guide and direct and, show him how it is to become a young man and to go into manhood. So I hope that I've been very instrumental.
DeVon, did you ever miss having a man in your life?
It wasn't that we didn't have men in our lives. My grandfather was around, my uncles were around. It was just that my mom, my grandmother, and my grandmother's 7 sisters really were the ones that were the most consistent and also the most emotionally present. So I wouldn't say that I missed it. As a matter of fact, I talk about this in the book. There's a chapter called Tissue Paper, because my grandfather used to always say, oh, you guys are tissue paper, you're tissue paper, because he thought we were hanging out with the village and mom too much.
Right.
He thought we were becoming soft. And we were like, no, they pay attention to us. They listen to us. If anything, they're making us sandpaper, so no, did not ever grow up feeling like I was missing that. I miss my father.
Right.
I miss like, oh, wow, what would it have been if he were to see me now, or what would he say and what would his point of view be? So I've always missed that. That's always going to be a void. But that's different than just missing a man in my life per se.
And ladies, what he was saying, to his point, a lot of guys say, oh, you're soft because you don't have a guy around all the time. But actually, and I'm going to say this right now, women are a lot stronger than men. Would you agree?
I agree.
I agree. Donna, do you agree?
Of course. I agree.
Donna, what is some of the strength that you gave him that you could see today in this gentleman?
Well, I believe to, be successful in terms of talking to people on the level in which they are, being able to understand the needs of people, always be God-fearing and be direct. Don't compromise who you are as a person, but be respectful of others. I could go on and on and on, but I think most of all, to show him he had a natural ability to organize and to catapult people into, different structures. And I believe that one of the characteristics, the main characteristics that drove him to do all of that is his humility and his own strength that he had as a person in trying to identify who he was. And in identifying who he was able to bring along others to a level in which they were able to function, operate, and be successful as well.
And Devon, you just recently broke up with your wife, Megan Good, of 9 years. Do you think, and you said that it was an amicable breakup, do you think that having these women in your life helped you to do this amicably?
No, one has nothing to do with the other. It's
Really?
great to have, no. But it's great to have had these women in my life. You know, they certainly have been the foundation through every season of my life, and that's truly a blessing.
And Paulette, was that tough for you to see your son go through that?
Of course, it's tough to see him go through anything that makes him sad or upset him. I'm his mom, so I feel what he feels.
So what's next for you guys? I mean, do you get together, and I'm sure you got the guys in there too, but did you celebrate this book? How did that make you feel that he wrote this book about you guys?
I loved it. At first, I was a little nervous about it. I'm not sure what was going to happen. And, you know, it really brought up a lot of things that we didn't talk about. And so that really made a big difference in our lives.
Yeah, was it healing then for you think?
Very
All of
healing.
you.
Very
Yeah.
healing.
Absolutely.
How so?
While Paulette's thinking for a minute, it really brought back a lot of memories, and you realize that there were gaps or holes in your life that had not been filled that you thought were. There were issues that you felt you had dealt with that you did not really completely deal with. So you were able to realize that and to start dealing with it. So it became very cathartic for all of us that I think were involved in this project.
So cathartic and therapeutic, definitely.
Absolutely.
Now, let me ask the three of you, and Devon, you specifically, on social media, there's a little contention going back and forth between men and women all the time. How do you tell them, hey, don't do this. This is not good. If it were not for women, we would not be here.
Oh, you know, in part of doing a project like this, you know, and doing this audio book with Audible, and just saying, you know, very boldly, it does take a woman, and part of that is inherent in respecting women, you know, and none of us would be here if it wasn't for the power and the strength of women. And so doing a project like this and being able to tell our story, and in this audio book, you get a chance to hear my mother's voice, Aunt Donna's voice, and my four other great aunts that are still alive. And the youngest is 76, the oldest is 96.
Wow.
And
Very
putting
blessed.
content like this, amen, putting content like this in the culture, I think just helps to bring a light and shine a light on the fact that we do need to respect our women, and so much of who we are is because of them.
Respect is so important. I mean, we hear it in some of the rap music. Sometimes I remember Tupac got a lot of flack years ago because he was, you know, disrespecting women, and then he came out with a song to say, hey, if it weren't for women, you know, we wouldn't be who we are today. And I think that's so important. And Devon, I think for you, this was cathartic as well, wasn't it?
The Tupac song.
Okay, I think they're frozen. Have we lost
Hello.
you guys? Okay, there you are.
Oh, there we go. Okay, ask the question again.
Okay, how cathartic was this for you, and talking to your aunts and your mom
Yes.
about this once?
Yes.
You know, first of all, when you decided to do it, and your mom said she was a little hesitant, but how cathartic once it came through, and has your relationship changed for the better, for the worse, a little contention, or what?
Yeah, no, it was very cathartic. We've been working on this for years. You know, Audible approached me a couple years ago and said, we really want to do this, you know, audio book based upon an article that I had written for Maria Shriver. And once they reached out, I said, yeah, I want to do this. I think this could be great. And then I talked to my mom and talked to my aunts and said, would you all like to do this with me? And they were open. And,
Fabulous.
you know, with us doing it and getting a chance for me to talk to each one of them individually, it was beyond cathartic because we were able to talk about things that we had never talked about before.
Well, that is so
and
cool.
so, yes, it's brought all of us closer, me and my mom, me and Aunt Donna, and every aunt. I feel like we're all closer than we've ever been because of this.
Three of you are very lucky, as well as the rest of your family. And happy belated Mother's Day, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You can hear more from It Takes a Woman, available exclusively on Audible.